Today I want to talk about why this DreamWear mask is still my favorite, despite all these new masks coming out, new designs like the AirFit N30i, the P30i, all these different types of eyes. I've been using the DreamWear pretty much when it first came out, and it's one of the best, well-designed masks ever. DreamWear was the pioneer of having the hose on top of the head and the mask under the nose. Okay, and you can tell that this is my everyday used mask because look at that, it's all kind of shaggy. Probably had this for over a year. So how does it compare with the N30i, which is pretty much looks the same, smells the same? Well, the DreamWear feels a little bit softer, and it's a little skinnier on the side, right? Corrugated sides like the N30i. So why did I choose the DreamWear? Not because I'm loyal to the original mask that got me going. DreamWear first came out, they didn't have this piece right here. What a lot of my patients were complaining about was that this back part, I'll show you by wearing this back piece that cradles the back of your head, keeps popping off. It just pops off, right? Pops off. So what the DreamWear came up with, little bar, little cradle that angles. So instead of having like that, where it's just a strap, they have a little bar that goes down, so it cradles further down behind your head. And you're gonna make me put it on. I'm gonna do it right now. See how it cradles the back of your head? Oh, the sheet just turned on. It does come with different size headgear. Most people will fit the medium size, which is the one that I use, but they also come with a small and a large. Okay, so if you have a smaller head, I kid you not, I have patients where the DreamWear fit really well, but once I put them on the correct headgear, it made a huge difference, especially with the mask seal, because you all know we all have different head sizes, some bigger, some smaller, and not everyone's a medium, some are small and a large. Here, as you can see, there's a slit in the middle, versus the DreamWear doesn't have that slit. It's just one little piece. You can rip out those cushions real easily. Here's one big difference why I recommend DreamWear to a lot of my patients versus the N30i. The size small cushion fits about 80% of the patients that I see. The cushion of an N30i cushion, you see how angled it is? And I put it under my nose, it doesn't fit that well because it's the shape. Versus, it's the size small of the DreamWear. It's more versatile. It's more forgiving for different size noses. I can fit many of my patients with just the size small. Versus the N30i, I would actually wear a small wide because I got a Asian nose. So going back to things that I've wished the DreamWear can improve on. If you need to use the restroom for the N30i, you can just simply click and then clicks right back on. Okay, it's perfectly fine. For the DreamWear, you have to pull it off like that. Yeah, you see that? Came right off. I have a problem with that. Most people who first starting off using the CPAP machine, they'll pull it right off, forget that that thing is in there, or don't even know that that thing is detachable, the little piece. This thing was meant to, if you use the restroom, you pull it off, detach it really quickly, whatnot. And I'm gonna put a new mask in there. It doesn't fit. So you'll be surprised how many phone calls I received when patients call me and said, hey, my new mask won't fit in my old hose. Well, you know why? Because that little piece. All right. So just so you know, that little piece, that little sucker, it can be tricky. Okay. I love the DreamWear because the DreamWear is so easy these masks are so easy to put on and take on, take off. It's just like wearing a hat. And I must say, if I had a second option, the N30i will be the second option. It is a great mask. Everyone has a different preference, different facial structure. The N30i may be the one for you. I fit many of my patients with the N30i. You may be wondering why there is no water chamber. If you don't use the humidifier like me, just get one of these, this cover, pop it in there. Now your machine is a lot smaller. This is the game changer tray. Right? Every morning I wake up and I just hang the mask on. I love this thing. Well, meanwhile, keep using that CPAP machine. You'd be surprised how many things will be much better once you get good sleep. Good sleep is so important. So I'm hoping that this will help you along with your CPAP journey.